Hi everyone, I'm Shay. So today's video, I will be talking about quite a few things that I purchased recently. And I'd say in the last 2 months. And I haven't done a haul video lately, so I thought let's do it now because I still have more stuff coming in. So the first thing I want to talk about is the Morphe eyeshadow palettes. I got them quite a few months ago, and I got the Rich Glitch palette and the Cyber Chrome palette. And, well, I wore them once, and I wasn't completely thrilled. Well, I wasn't disappointed, but I wasn't blown away. And this is the front of the Rich Glitch palette. And this is the Cyber Chrome one. I think the packaging is gorgeous and very high end. But I don't know, I like a little more pigment. My favorite looks are smoky eyes, and it's just, I don't know. I'll probably gift them to somebody. So, but I've been holding on to them this whole time, so I'm not going to swatch them because I'm sure you already seen the swatches. Like I said, they're not awful, but I just want more pigment. I like what the indie brands bring. So that's that. If you see my recent video, it came out a couple weeks ago, and I was using the Unearthly Cosmetics Gothic Romance palette, and that is this one. I've used it quite a bit, and I love it so much. I've actually used this one today for the shimmer on my eyes. And that shade is called Grave Bloom. And the shift is amazing. If you could see it, it's like purple to green. I love that. So I would have used the rest of the palette normally, but I wanted to try something different today, which I'll tell you what I used in just a little while. But if you want to check out that video that I was using that palette, I will put the link right here or right here. So I've been collecting palettes and supporting Melt Cosmetics for a long time. I'd say since the beginning. So I guess they just celebrated their 12th year anniversary, and in honor of that, they released a new palette called the 12th Hour. And the 12th Hour eyeshadow stack. They brought back the eyeshadow stack, which they used to have in the beginning of their, I guess the first 6 years of their, in the beginning, and they discontinued them long ago, and now they just have regular palettes. And I have quite a few of the old palettes. I think I have like 5. But this is the new one, the 12th Hour. And it's an eyeshadow stack. And everything is magnetic. And I've used these quite a lot. As you look at that. It's like a mess. I haven't used this one yet. That's why it's perfectly clean. I'm planning on doing a video using this eyeshadow stack from Melt, so stay tuned for that. Melt Cosmetics is a female-owned brand. The owners are Laura and Dana, and they are so amazing. They're so sweet, and I often catch the live streams from Dana all the time. And I think she used to live in Vegas a long time ago. So I remember she mentioned that years and years ago. So anyway, but I've never met them. And Laura is an incredible makeup artist. And I think she started off as Rihanna's makeup artist back in the day. So, like over a decade ago. Well, oh, obviously over a decade ago. And like 15 years ago. So, and I used to follow her on Instagram and all her makeup looks. And I was so impressed, and I loved her work. And so when they announced they were going to be creating their own makeup brand, I was like all over that. I couldn't wait. I waited, and I ordered a lot of the first things. I probably one of the first people who put in their first order when they released like all their lipsticks. And in the beginning, they had these most colorful lipsticks, and it wasn't too popular in the industry to have a bright purple or dark purple and hot pink and green lipsticks. It just was really rare, and they were one of the few that was doing it. So I bought all of those. So not too long ago, NYX Cosmetics released a little collection from the Netflix show Wednesday, and they released quite a few things, but I only got two items that like jumped out at me, and I thought, well, these are the things that I would use. I wouldn't use the other things. So I bought the Enid blush palette and the Wednesday contour palette. And I think it is so cool the way they resemble their dorm room in Nevermore Academy on the TV show. So, Enid's blush palette. It's so beautiful, actually. These colors are amazing. I didn't use any of those today, but I did use the contour palette today. And I also use these for eyeshadow as well. And that's what I use today for my blending transition shades. And these are amazing. Not only do they work great on the face, they work great on the eyes. So I've been a fan of Urban Decay for many, many, many years. I've been buying everything, a lot of products from that brand, like including complexion products and mostly eyeshadows, I would say. I mean, I think their expertise, I think their best products are always their eyeshadow palettes. And they released this called the Glaze On Liquid Eyeshadow. And they look like this. You have to shake it up. You hear the little ball inside. And I bought the shade Silver Spooning. So it's like the component is really, really cool. So it's like this. And it's, it's like you could do a whole matte eyeshadow look and then pop a little bit of that on your eyelid. And I've even tried it on my lips as well. It works in many ways, so, but they're so sparkly, and they have, I think they have 6 shades, so, but I only wanted to try one, and this is kind of like a taupey silver. It's not silver, but it's like taupe, so that's one of my favorite shades to use, and with a lot of looks, so I'm very happy with that. I've used it a few times, but I haven't in a while. Bringing it out right now just makes me want to use it again. Another brand called Juvia's Place, and they were an indie brand back in the day, and you have to go onto the website to purchase their things. And now Ulta has been carrying their line for many, many years. I've bought a bunch of their eyeshadow palettes back in the day. They're like huge, and they always had great fun eyeshadow palettes that were really wonderful and colorful stories. And I love them, and they were new and fresh on the scene, and everybody was a lot of people were doing videos on them, and I didn't back then because I didn't have a channel, but if I did, I would have. But they still are going strong, and I've been using their lip glosses and their new eyeshadow sticks that they've come out recently. They're called the Nubian Shadow Stick, and they have them in matte and shimmer. I bought Jezebel and Nile and Egypt. Egypt is very creamy colored, kind of like the color of my skin, and I use it as a eyeshadow primer. I have quite a few eyeshadow sticks that I use for that, and this was one of the first ones I bought. It was many, many months ago, and it works really well. This is Egypt. This is Jezebel, the dark brown, and Nile. I bought Nile by accident, and I was like, oh, and I meant to get. I think it was supposed. I was looking for Jezebel. I was looking for Jezebel. I was looking for the dark brown, and I bought that by accident, and I brought it home, and I'm like, oh, damn it! So then I had to go back. I went back the next day and got Jezebel, the dark brown. As you can see, Egypt is like almost my skin tone. It's a little, I'd say it's a little creamier. So, you know, once you get used to using eyeshadow sticks, they're like really quick and easy, and you don't have to worry about any fallout, anything like that. There's only specific eyeshadow, but you could blend them out with your finger, or you could blend them out with a brush. I would say a more dense brush is best, not anything too fluffy, because if they're creamy, they usually set really well. And I've been trying many different brands. Some set really well and don't move, you know, like they're permanent. And then some don't set as well, and they could smudge throughout the day. And, you know, so I'm always trying different ones. So besides those, I have recently bought two by IT Cosmetics. They're called the No Tug Long Wear Eyeshadow Stick. And I bought two. It was during the Ulta sale, 21 days of whatever, recently, last month. And I bought Transformation Taupe and Courageous Cream. Now there's Courageous Cream and Transformative Taupe. I like them, but I think I prefer, for an eyeshadow primer, because that's why I bought the Courageous Cream again. I think I prefer the Juvia's Place Egypt better. That's the one by Juvia's Place, and that's IT Cosmetics Courageous Cream, and that's Egypt. I just think Egypt is better. It's just, but formulas, they're very similar. But in a way, I think I like Juvia's Place, that formula, a little more. But I think the favorite formula of mine is the ones by NARS. I have two of those, and I would love to have more, actually. It's a Total Seduction eyeshadow stick. I bought a dark brown, but it's got like a burgundy tone to it, and it's called Mambo. And I've used it. I've taken on trips to Europe this year, and I use it all the time. And also, I like Don't Touch is like a mauve taupe color right here, and that's Mambo. Mambo is like a lot darker once you put it on. But I did use Don't Touch, the lighter one, under my eyes today. And I blended that out with a little bit of shadow on top. But it holds really well under the eyes, and it doesn't crease, and it sets, and it doesn't move. And it looks great. And plus, powder shadows blend really nice on top of them as well. Danessa Myricks released these products called the multi-use pigment sticks. And they are very Duo 1 and Duo 2. And they're called duos because, well, they have magnets for one. And you get 2 shades in one instead of one eyeshadow stick. And these are like an eyeshadow stick, but they're not matte. They're the opposite of matte. They're very glimmery and shimmery and sparkly. So you get 2 per product. So, and there's a magnet in the middle that sticks them both together. And I guess they stick like that too. But I think there are 8 or 10 different shades. I think on the Danessa Myricks website, there's 2 exclusive shades that only the website sell, but at Sephora has the other 8. But I bought Duo 1 and Duo 2. And I'm not going to swatch them right now, but they're super sparkly and super beautiful. And, you know, I've used them on my, of course I used them on my eyes, but I've also used them on my lips. So, very inexpensive brand, Kiko Milano. Have been around for a while, and I don't know exactly how long they've been around, but they're from Europe, basically, or like, I guess, Italy. Ulta sells, not in store, but on the website, a few items. Like maybe it might be like 10 different items, but they have a huge range. They released, the summer that just passed, they released a whole collection called the Juicy Fizz. It had lip products, face products, cheek products, eye products, like a whole amazing, very glowy, summery type of range. And they sold out so quick. Ulta never got around to carry that line, and the only way you could get it from the US is order off the website. And by the time they were available off the website for ship to the US, a lot of the things were out of stock already. So if you were lucky to live in Europe, anywhere in Europe, there's many Kiko Milano boutiques, like MAC stores, but it's a kooky. It's Kiko Milano. So it's like, at that point, I wish I could have got to a real boutique. I don't think there are any standalone stores in the US. I mean, maybe New York or Chicago, but definitely nothing in Vegas. So last month when I was in Belgium, where the town where we were staying, very close by, was a store. They had the standalone Kiko Milano store, and I'm like, I have to take one day when we're out and about walking around. I have to go there. So my boyfriend made a point he knew it would make me happy to take me there, so he did. It was a beautiful day. And and I loved the store. They had a little bit of the Juicy Fizz collection left. They had so many things for one. But my main intention, my main objective was to get a couple things from the Juicy Fizz collection that still remained. I mean, even in the stores, everything was out of stock and sold out. But I did pick up 2 things. I brought like a highlighter, but I also bought the Juicy Fizz Cheeks You Up blush. And I got number 1, Cheeks on the Beach. And the packaging is so beautiful. See how bright, and it's like a bright orange. And it's a cream blush, but this color is just breathtaking. And it does have a slight shift to apricot and to pink, or to peach to pink. It's beautiful. It's like glowing. And I have it on today, and it's like it blends out beautifully. And I love it, and I wish I was able to get a lot more of the products, but unfortunately, a lot of the products that I wanted sold out months ago, and it was too late. And I have limited edition things. Sometimes you have to get them right away, because once they sell out, they sell out. So I bought an eye primer from this brand called NIKOL Beauty. Now, I watch her YouTube channel, and she's very informative, so well educated. She knows her shit. So this is the way the eye primers come, and I think they come in different shades, but this is shade 212, It's an eye primer, a base. Looks very light, but that's what I'm using today. And I haven't used it that much, but I forgot how good this stuff really is. But if you have really dry eyes, it could flake a little bit, so make sure that you're well hydrated. So Ravie Beauty is a brand that I got off of Amazon, but you can get on the Ravie Beauty website as well. And Allie Gines is the owner of Ravie Beauty, and she is a YouTuber and a creator and an influencer, and she's also in the music industry as well, because back in the day she used to release music with her sisters. But now it's just her makeup brand, Ravie Beauty. So I've only bought in a few things. She's released lip products, cheek products, eyebrow products, which I haven't tried yet. But just recently I bought 2 lip liners, which are amazing. They work really well. I don't have them here with me right now, but I want to talk about the blushes that she released. The Endless Diffusion Everyday Baked Blush. And I bought just one shade in Paradise. It's a very light pink. And I also have that on today too. I have it under the Kiko Milano blush. She has 2 other shades in the blush. I may get another one that's a little brighter. I forget their names, but you can also get them on Amazon and on her website. Just recently I bought an ABH lip liners. I bought 3 during the 21 Days of Beauty Ulta sale that went on last month. And I'm wearing one of them today, but I really love them. I really love the way they're shaped. They're kind of like octagon, hexagon or something. But I bought Deep Taupe and Stormy, a muted mauve. I'm using muted mauve today. So those are a favorite. So Give Me Glow Cosmetics released some Dream Cream blushes earlier in the year. And I spoke about them in one of my recent videos, Get Ready With Me's. But they are beautiful, and they have, I don't even know how many shades they have, but I bought 2. I bought one that's more neutral mauve, and then one that's more like a peachy pink. So here they are. This is Dolly Pop, and this is Pop That Peony. And I'd say Dolly Pop is like a peachy pink. And what's really, they are cream blushes, obviously, but they have this protective cover right here that flips open, and it's really good plastic. It's not like flimsy. It's made really well. But here is the color, and I've used it many times. I love it. And at the time when you'd order 2 or more, you would get a free brush. And these brushes are amazing. As you see, this is used very well. And they're a really well-made synthetic brush. And they have a couple different like variations. But you got a free brush when you ordered 2 or more. So since I ordered these 2, I got the free brush, and I love it. I would like to have more. But here's Pop That Peony. And as you can tell, it's more of a neutral mauve-y pink. Not mauve, but I'd say more of a neutral pink. Not leaning too warm. Maybe cooler tone. See, I guess it looks kind of, without the light blowing it out, it looks, you can see the mauve tone in it. They are beautiful. I put them over top of my foundation once I've set my foundation with the powder. And they blend in really well, and they don't disturb your foundation underneath. They have a whole array of shades. These are just kind of like the mid-tones. They have a lot of tones that are lighter than this and tones that are darker than this. So if you're curious, just go into givemeglowcosmetics.com, and that's the only place where you can get them as far as I know. They're not sold by Ulta or Sephora or Beautylish. So I order them directly through the website, and I've been ordering products from that brand, and it's an indie brand, and I have so many eyeshadow palettes and lip glosses that they've had in the past, and I know just recently they're doing a change on a lot of their packaging and their eyeshadow pans. I've got a whole bunch of the old larger pans that are like this large, and they're making them a lot smaller now because I don't know why. They're doing a lot of changes, and also their palettes are magnetic. You can interchange a lot of them, but go check them out. They're a really good brand, and the shipping is always pretty quick, and the customer service is wonderful. So the popularity and the trend of the light pink powders, well, I'm also sucked in with that. So I bought the pink powder from One Size late last year, I think, and I love it. I love it. So I had to try other brands. So Kosas released one, and it's called their Cloud Set Translucent, and this is in Translucent Candy Rose Ultra. So you get a lot of product in here, and it's very light pink. It goes it works really well. I have only used it a handful of times. I think I like the One Size a little better, but I'm not sure. But I also got their Cloud Set, the baked powder too, in the light. It looks white, but it's light pink. I mean, you know, but it's definitely translucent. But especially under the eyes, and I used it under the eyes today, and it's so smoothing and so beautiful. So they also sell these you sell them at Sephora in a whole range of shades. And then I had to try one from About Face. And I got this from Ulta. And I have quite a few About Face products, and I like them a lot. Now this one is a little bit, this pink powder is a little bit more, is not so muted. It's a little brighter. I guess you can't tell, but it's still, like on camera with the lights, you can't tell. But it is a brighter pink, if you could tell, if you could see it all. It's just a little bit more saturated, but not enough to like change your foundation color of your face. I've only used that once, and it's really good. It reminds me of this other one I'm going to be talking about, which is the one by L'Oreal, the Infallible Blurfection powder. And this is also a really, really light pink. They have a darker pink as well, but this is a very light pink, and they have two or three other shades as well. They sell out really quickly. I bought this at Ulta, but I'm sure you can get it at Walmart and Target and CVS and Walgreens and you name it. But I love this one. And like I said, the About Face is a little more saturated, but the formula, the texture is similar to this one. But I think this one's still a little bit better, only because I've used it more. But I'll get back to you on the About Face one, because I'm going to have to start using it a few more times to really to see if I really love it, and see if it vibes with me. Well, that wraps up this video for some of the things that I have just bought in the last 2 months. And this is the part 1. So stay tuned for part 2. So cheers, everybody. Have a great day.